Mitchell Trubisky was the starting quarterback for South Carolina for one season before heading into the 2017 NFL Draft, when he would get selected number 2 from the Chicago Bears after they traded with the 49ers. And his first season as starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky went 12-4. His second season, he went 8-8. So you're telling me, okay, so he has a 20-12 record. Not bad, you know what I mean? 20-12, 8-game difference, it's pretty good. Yeah, people are considering him as a bust. People are considering Mitchell Trubisky as a bust when he has a 20-12 record as a starting quarterback. Think about that very carefully. 20-12 as a starting quarterback, and people are considering him as an NFL bust. How is he an NFL bust? I mean, what? He didn't win as many games as he did last year? That's normal. That's normal. Look at Baker Mayfield. He played like an elite level quarterback. He didn't play well his second year. It's fine. It's just normal, you know what I mean? But let's talk about his head coach, Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy was basically the apprentice of Andy Reid when Andy Reid was at the Philadelphia Eagles. The time that he went to the Super Bowl and lost to the New England Patriots. That Andy Reid. The Andy Reid that got Patrick Mahomes II in the same draft with Mitchell Trubisky. That Andy Reid. Not talk about him and Mr. Patrick Mahomes II, because they matter a lot in this situation. Okay, so Mitchell Trubisky was his first season, had an alright offense, but it was mainly that defense with Khalil Mack. That was what mattered. It was a lot like the 2015 Carolina Panthers. They had an alright offense with Cam Newton, and an incredible defense with Luke Kuechly, who retired this year, or last season. So, very interesting how it's going. So, I swear this year is just an abomination. So, anyway. Why did he not do as well as he did last year? Let me tell you why. And it's very interesting because here's the thing. Their alright offense did good enough for Mitch Trubisky to read their opponent's defense and throw to the right person. Their offensive line didn't do that. They had one of the worst offensive lines this season. Not the worst. They had 29th? That's not good. That's not good at all. Out of 31 teams? 32 teams? 29th is not good. When you consider the fact that the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals are close as a good offense as you, think about that for a quick second. Your offensive line is compared to the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. You know why? Because most of their offensive linemen were injured. Now, I want you to think about the Chicago Bears wide receivers. aside from Chicago Bears fans, because I know that you would know their wide receivers, tell me, who knows the Chicago Bears wide receivers? I don't. I don't know them. I don't know their wide receivers, and you tell me. That's because you're a Patriots fan. That's the point, isn't it? That's the point. They don't have that wide receiver. That wide receiver to be like, oh, him. They don't have like a Julio Jones or a OBJ or a DeAndre Hopkins. They don't have a wide receiver like that, do they? I don't know their wide receivers. I had to search their names up. And I don't want to do that because I want to know who they are while I was searching them up, because now I feel stupid. I know the Arizona Cardinals wide receivers. And I don't even watch them. I know they had Christian Works or Kirks. I remember Works or Kirks. They have Larry Fitzgerald. They have DeAndre Hopkins now. The Dolphins, they have Devontae Parker. How do I know their names for worse teams than the Chicago Bears with an alright team? What about the Cowboys? They have Amari Cooper. They have CeeDee Lamb now. I don't know anyone for the Bears. They have 10 different tight ends. Congratulations. You want to create the next Gronk. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get the next Shannon Sharp. Their whole team was filled with injuries, mainly with the offensive line. No one cares. All they care about is wide receivers or quarterback getting injured, or defensive players getting injured. They don't care about the offensive linemen. Now let's bring up Nick Foles and Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Nick Foles is now going to be the backup for Mitch Trubisky, right? That's what I thought it was going to be. I'm slowly believing that's not it. You see that blackout? That was a perfect example of Mitch Trubisky's future. It's pretty dark, but you can still see it. Nick Foles does not look like someone who's going to teach Trubisky. He looks exactly what Ryan Fitzpatrick was going to do to James Winston. Take over his starting role. You know why? Because the Bears organization realized he was a bad pick. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? I'm sorry for swearing, but he's not a bad quarterback. Mitch Trubisky's not a bad quarterback. He had played 2 seasons. 2! And you say he's an NFL bust. And one of the seasons, he went to a playoffs. And guess what? He would have went to the second round in that playoff year if it wasn't for Cody Parkey hitting the greatest field goal of all times. As I mean like that, I mean like hitting both posts of the... You know what I mean. He's like the most accurate kicker of all time, hitting both goalposts, yeah. If the Bears had a good kicker, they would be in the second round instead of Philadelphia, which means they would have played against the Saints, and they probably would have lost. Let's be honest here. They weren't losing anyway. So, Mitchell Trubisky is not a bad quarterback. It's the Bears organization flipping out, panicking. Why? Because of the media. Because when you realize that Andy Reid selected Patrick Mahomes with the 10th pick, he got an MVP, Super Bowl MVP, which he really did not deserve, and a Super Bowl. His second year as a starter, Deshaun Watson getting selected at the 12th pick. He went to the playoffs twice in a row. And he probably would have went 3 times in a row for his rookie season, but he pulled his ACL. Mitchell Trubisky is not a bad quarterback. It's just social media, people like Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. Their opinions are stupid. And let's be honest here. First Take, ESPN, Skip and Shannon. Yes, they have some stuff you can agree with. Like Jordan Love being the next Taysom Hill. No, that's... See, I agree with them. It's a no. But Mitch Trubisky, a bad quarterback? No, he's not a bad quarterback. He just ended up in the worst situation he could have been. The Chicago Bears. And people are telling me, oh, but Patrick Mahomes would have been so good with the Bears. Deshaun Watson. They would have never been like that. Patrick Mahomes? Let's be honest here. It's a system-type quarterback. Patrick Mahomes would never be the same quarterback he would be with the Bears. Let's be honest here. Let's be genuinely honest here. He's exactly what people are saying Tua, tongue twister Lavella is. A system-type quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is the same way. Don't at me. The point is, Mitchell Trubisky is not a bad quarterback. It's the organization not able to use him correctly. And the fact that they're not getting credibility that it might not be his fault, but his weapons, or the offensive line, or the defense. It's the quarterback. That's the problem. You can't just change the quarterback and everything will be fine. You can't. That's not gonna happen. And now Nick Foles is probably gonna take his job. And then they're gonna realize Nick Foles wasn't the answer. It's gonna be a lot like the Jaguars. They're gonna change so many quarterbacks and they finally realize. I wonder if it was because of the fact they didn't have any weapons. Really? It took you how many quarterbacks to realize that? Mitchell Trubisky is not a bad quarterback. The team he ended up is the problem. Mitchell Trubisky is not a bad quarterback. The Chicago Bears is the problem. And why? Unless they figure the stuff out, they will be the forgotten locale. And that's how the bear dies in the end. Dying to their own claws. A pathetic way to go out, but what can I say? This is the Bears.